Well, I'll start the meeting with just a couple of comments. Most of us have been here and done this before. Anyone who hasn't, it is fairly simple. We invite people up in the order specified in the agenda to answer some canned questions that we all do. And the chair of each committee or a designated person who, if the chair and vice chair are both reapplying and are up for appointment, then it has been a designation of someone to stand in their place to ask the questions that the council asks. I've been told that the procedure I followed last year was not the correct procedure, and that I shouldn't launch right into the questions. They're canned questions, but will invite the chair of whichever committee the person is applying for to introduce themselves and make whatever comments they wish, and then start the questioning, and we go in rotation. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway. And I'm saying it's about 6:30. So, and Shelby is here. Yes. Okay. Good. Our first interviewee is here. So welcome. And I don't know who's PSAC. I guess Sherry.
It's me.
If you want to, I mean, Shelby, so you probably don't need to describe the committee, but you're welcome to start the questioning.
Okay, so tell us about yourself, including how you work, or how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
Well, I've lived in Troutdale for a lot of years. Let's see, my name's Shelby Saffenson. I've lived in Troutdale for a lot of years, okay, and I have volunteered in lots of different capacities through the years. I've volunteered at church, I've volunteered at my kids' schools, I've volunteered for different organization fundraising things. So I'm a person that likes to just jump in and help and get missions accomplished on things. So I think that answers your question.
Enough for me.
Okay.
So, who goes next?
Thank you. I guess let's just go on around.
This way?
Yeah, let's go that way.
Shelby, what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to that committee that would be a benefit to the city?
Well, I'm very passionate about public safety. It's a committee that I've been chairing the last few years. And I was one of the people when I first got on the committee, there was an interest to do the survey. And so I joined in with another couple of people and we tried to work on getting the survey figured out, the questions, and just really, I think I just kind of helped drive that project forward. So I really am passionate about safety and really care about what's happening with current that we've got negotiations. We've signed some contracts, but now we're looking at starting our police or whether we're going to fire districts. So I'd like to continue on with that work, as well as just the other things that we talked about on our committee. Passionate about getting neighborhood watches started if people are interested. Just looking out for the community. So, yeah.
Hi, Shelby. The next question is, as the mayor, we're very canned, and it's obvious you're the chair, and have you attended any of the committee's meetings or followed any of their recent agenda topics? You are on top of all of it. The next question is, can you commit to attending night meetings? And obviously that's covered also. So, would you be interested in serving on any, it says different boards, or I could say additional committees for getting involved in any special ad hoc committees that maybe do?
Sure, I would be open to it, figuring out if it's an area I have passion or if I have time in my schedule, but I am definitely like that. I want to help Troutdale in any way I can.
Fantastic. Thanks for all you do.
Do you have any questions for us?
That was your chance.
That's it.
All right, thank you. Thanks very much. We'll move on to Victoria. And you again. And then we'll jump to Carol.
Hi, Victoria.
Not here, okay.
So tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
I'm vice chair of this committee, former chair, and prior work experience, not a while ago. I was a paramedic and a nurse. So I have some public safety awareness. I'm on lots of committees for the city of Troutdale. And I'm with you on, I want to see the police and fire thing through. Plus, I want to get lots of information out to the community and safety information out to the community. I like what Troutdale did with the fire, wildfire, and I like it when they have in case there's a catastrophe. We have those. So I want to continue anything we can help to do that. And as she said, we talked about maybe a neighborhood watch, or I would love more to have a CERT program. Lots of other cities have it. Multnomah County's lacking. I don't know why. The whole county, except Portland, has, almost all of them have some kind of CERT program. So, and that's one thing I would volunteer for. I take the training and do it.
What's a CERT program? No.
It's in case of an, I can't remember what the acronym is.
It's usually like a
Community.
emergency response team.
So in case there's a catastrophe, we have people that will go check their neighbors and have certain jobs in the community.
Okay, that's a good idea.
It's like you have somebody who mans a neighborhood and they're the control of the neighborhood, and yeah, it's a good program. Okay, what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to our committee that would benefit the city?
Well, I'm pretty enthusiastic about things, you guys know. I really wanted to see a night out, but right now it's not possible for us to have a night out, maybe in the future. Just once again, I get information out to the community. So if anything happens, everybody's ready.
Well, I hate to even ask, because have you attended any of the meetings? You attend all the meetings, you're very regular, so, and you, I assume, can continue to commit to attending night meetings.
Yes.
All right. Want me to take that last one?
Yeah, I could do the very last question.
Yeah, right. You go ahead. Would you be interested in serving?
Oh, okay. Yeah, would you be, hi Victoria, thank you for your long history of service. I think you've been on CAC for 24 years. So, how many?
I think this is 20.
Oh, okay.
I think,
That was longer than that, but, would you be interested in serving on different committees or getting involved in a special ad hoc, committee that may be created?
Maybe an ad hoc, depending on what it was. I'm probably pretty committed out. I mean, I have enough committees, I'm happy on all of them, but I probably shouldn't take on another one.
Okay. Fair
See
enough.
what I have.
Any questions for us?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Mayor, can I,
Yes.
Mayor Jackson, I just been reviewing Sarah's email, and it says specifically, please note, committee chairs are only to be participating in interviews and appointment recommendations for the committee that they chair, and should refrain from participating in other committee interviews or recommendation discussions.
Right. In other words, what that means is, even if the chair of the committee introduces the committee and asks the first question, only counselors should be asking the questions.
Okay.
But I have to admit, it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, yeah,
I mean, we're all here, and let's just ask all the questions. I don't
trying to
think
keep you out of trouble for next time.
somebody's going to remind me, don't worry.
Like, if there was a problem over last year, so it says if it happened.
I mean, she's perfectly right, but I thought of that, but we do have 4 counselors here. We could ask all the questions, but it's exhausting, and we'd just soon have you guys help. So, if you don't mind.
That's a valid point, though, about only chiming in if it's for their committee.
Well, on the decision, when the decision time comes,
Right.
that's where the chair and the counselors reach a consensus usually, but finally it's with the council to make the decision, so.
Sorry to try and clarify that.
Oh, no, that's good, and so when it comes down to making the final decisions, everybody except the chair or designated chair needs to bow out of the discussion. And that's, how about that? Confusing. Those are our rules. And so, anyway.
So do you even want these filled out by people who are non-chairs?
Only if you want to.
Okay,
They're
I should save myself a little bit of work.
take a break.
So that's something that we should probably discuss as.
All right, this all came, a little history. I mean, we had, ages ago, I think Glenn was around, but only Glenn and I go back that far, but
It's called you old.
there was a subcommittee of the council that did the interviews and made the selections. And the rest of the council was usually satisfied, but not always. And we just decided we're just gonna do it all, and we're gonna decide what questions you ask, and we passed an ordinance, I think an ordinance to that effect. So that's why we're doing it this way. It's not necessarily a great system, but it gives us a chance to meet the people, and they get to meet all of us. And so, Adrian, you're up.
Am I?
We're early, but
Yeah, I'm here, might as well.
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
I didn't realize, are you also applying for PSAC?
No.
No, so then it switches over, right? Because I'm
Now this,
I'm handling the EAC stuff.
Oh, okay, but
Then you'll have to come back to do,
you're doing PSAC applicants.
okay, so there's somebody named Lawrence Anderson?
he's scheduled
He's scheduled after Adrian.
Oh, okay,
on this.
okay, sorry. I don't know anything, I'm just learning.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
I don't
ask
need
questions,
to, I don't need to say the spiel on CAC, because you know it, you're the chair. So I'm just gonna go to the first question then, right? That's what,
Yeah.
okay? And it's okay if I ask it, or I?
Yes, no, you should.
Okay, welcome back, Adrian. Okay, tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
Hey, well, again, my name is Adrian Kester. Lived in Troutdale for going on 8 years now. I live right here in Town Center. Public Works is my neighbor. I've been volunteering for a few committees for 3 years now. Enjoying just about every minute of it. And some point in time, I've served on CAC and Historic Landmarks and TCAB and Planning Commission most recently for the last year due to the decision of the rest of the CAC committee. I've been serving as chair for that body. Outside of city stuff, I do some other nonprofit work. I am currently president of the board of the Oregon Science Fiction Conventions Incorporated, a nonprofit that runs educational programs and conventions for fandoms within the Portland Metro. Yeah, I mean, father of 3, do some work for some volunteer work for the school district as well. Yeah, lots of stuff keeps me busy.
Thank you.
Why don't you take it?
So what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to the CAC?
Well, aside from I like to be involved. I mean, that's one of my passions is prior to moving to Troutdale, I moved around a lot and wasn't ever able to involve myself to the extent to which I would have liked in the local community. And so, having put down some roots here, I'm gratified for the opportunity to be able to do exactly that. Service stuff is a lot of what I've done. In the roles and jobs and stuff that I've held in the past. I'm an educator by training. In a past lifetime, it seems. I taught high school briefly. Service and a desire for service kind of comes part and parcel with that, because no teacher in their right mind would stay in that kind of job if they weren't service oriented. Yeah.
So, have you attended any of the committee meetings?
A few.
Okay, and I suspect that you can commit to attending nightly meetings?
Yes, although as Aaron is aware, because of changes to my weekly schedule is one of the reasons why I am stepping back from Historic Landmarks, just because my Thursday evenings have shown to be irritatingly busy lately. But Tuesdays and Wednesdays have not been nearly so problematic. But so for those at least, I can definitely.
Okay, would you be interested in serving on a different committee or getting involved in ad hoc?
Ad hoc, yes. And in fact, I have recently gotten pulled into one of those ad hoc committees. The whole Second Street Bridge design concept thing is something that I recently got pulled into. But as far as other committees, probably not, just because of the aforementioned weekly commitment requirements. Because TCAB and HLC in particular, on Thursdays, which is a bit problematic. And I have no business being anywhere near money, so budget is right out.
Do you have any other questions for us? Is there a question in the back of this? I think that was it.
Nope. All good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian.
Lawrence Anderson, you're up.
Lawrence, I'm Sherry Winters. I am on public safety, but I'm not chair, vice chair, so just a quick little thing. The Public Safety and Equity Advisory Committee is created and charged with evaluating and making recommendations to the city's elected and appointed officials on matters relating to public safety, including law enforcement, fire, and medical services. So, tell us about yourself, including how your work and volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
I have a background in emergency and trauma medicine. Also, I'm from a county management background as well. Also, some extensive urban farming and reforestation. Also, currently in a program through the Gorge, and which is at OSU Extension program. Just trying to get connected to Troutdale. I don't currently live in Troutdale, although I'm very interested to in the future. I have a business here, and yeah, just wanted to get more involved with the community here.
Where do you live?
I live in North Portland.
Oh, okay.
I think Tiffany Lansing.
So it's Aaron. Aaron, you're up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking through your application, sorry about that. Good morning, let's see, have you attended any of the committee's meetings or followed any of the recent agenda topics?
I have. I did one live, and then I've watched some back for the parks and for the CAC.
Good evening, sir. And so as far as like parks, they usually meet on the third Wednesday of the month in the evening, that'd be okay? And CAC is usually the first Wednesday of the month? All right.
Okay, Ron did the second question.
Second question got skipped.
That's me, I skipped over it, sorry, but, so we can just keep moving.
Someone can do it, add it.
Somebody else can pick it up.
You
We're just
skip.
mixing it up for, keep it lively.
Okay, would you, or this question always gets me confused. What would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to our committees that would be beneficial to the city?
I think just my interest in and experience in developing urban forests. I know that that was a topic of the last meeting. I have a lot of interest there. I'm very organized. I'm very available. I don't have children, and I have a business here, so I'm always in town and available. Just have a lot of ideas after watching some of that on ways to help make the city, suggest some ideas of like ways that the city can make money, some of the projects and some of the surveys for the QR code. Ideas on how to get a wider spread on that, including getting more businesses involved in the community and getting everything tied together where people know what's going on that are here. And being an outsider or, not living in Troutdale and coming here before having a business here, it seems like Troutdale's really doing a really cool job with inviting tourism. And I think that there's a lot to grab it.
Well, we love to hear that. You're not a resident, but you do have a business. What, may I ask what?
Yeah,
Has to advertise.
yeah, I own the cannabis retail right over here. Very good plus.
Cannabis retail.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, most of our committees are, you have to be a registered voter and citizen of Troutdale, but not all of them. They're the Historic Landmarks Committee, if you have a business in Troutdale, you're eligible. I think the,
Yeah, see, I believe parks as well.
no, I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
CAC, I think you would qualify.
all right, I'd have to, I assume maybe you checked that out. No,
Yeah, it did specify that I couldn't apply for the plan.
All right.
It included parks and citizen, I believe.
The
As well as the public safety?
Public Safety Committee is another one.
So that's, so the three that you applied for.
All right, those are all available to non-Troutdale residents. Okay, good, that have a business here. Okay.
In charge of Whedon Park.
Learn something every day. Yeah. All right. I assume you can, or let me ask, can you commit to attending the meeting?
Absolutely.
And you know when the three you applied for meet, I don't know about any, if there's any other
Question
committees.
would apply.
No.
Because of-
If he's applying to the ones that business owners can apply for.
You wouldn't be eligible for, the last question is if you'd be interested in a committee that may be formed during the year, which would be an ad hoc committee. I don't think you'd be eligible for that. And do you have any questions of us?
I don't think so. I think eventually I'll move to Troutdale.
Oh, we
got the-
so we
at the time.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first Portlander to move to Troutdale.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mayor, whether there's a request for next year, and that this one that states that question, or it states on here more clearly, so that we're not guessing of what the requirements of the committees on that.
Yes, that would
on the
be
application.
good.
It looks very vague for, and then people have to look it up, and it can be confusing.
You know, I did not know the Citizens Advisory Committee, but I just read the ordinance, and it does permit it. I knew PSAC did, I didn't know Parks either. Permitted non-residents. And I'm curious enough, it doesn't say, actually, does it say? One second. Parks Advisory doesn't seem, in the ordinance anyway, it doesn't seem to say. All right, well, I'm quite surprised. But anyway, thank you for applying. And Paul, if you're, Paul Wilcox is next. Please come up.
Hi, Paul.
Sandy?
Yep, I'm filling in for Tanny since he's up this year on Budget Committee. And I'm pleasantly surprised you're reapplying, knowing what's up ahead of you. I'm going to start some of the questions. Can you tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience can help you in serving on this committee?
First, I wanted to open by saying that the number one reason I reapplied was I wanted to ensure the position was filled. Could you make sure applicants? It appears you did. I didn't want to see a draftee in the position because it's a lot of work, a lot of work in a short amount of time on the budget. I mention that. Repeat the question again.
Yep, question again is tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
Oh, boy. We lived in Troutdale for 20 years this spring. Started out on the Parks Committee, then went to CAC, then budget planning. So lots of committee experience.
Okay. Mayor Ritma, can you tell who's up next for the next question?
Maybe you are, Glenn. Okay, thank you.
Hi, Paul. What would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to our budget committee would be a benefit to the city?
I've been following budget for at least 10 years. Before I was on budget committee, I was doing public testimony. I lost my checkbook to the penny. Let's see. Just kind of frugal and like to stick to a budget.
Thanks.
Questions we already know, but so can you commit to the night meetings?
Yeah, I've never missed a budget committee meeting.
That's pretty much, I mean,
Go ahead. That's the last one.
Okay, would you be interested in serving on a different committee or getting involved in a special ad hoc committee that may be created during the year?
Possibly an ad hoc, not another.
You feel it anyway.
I like to listen in, but I don't want to commit necessarily.
Any questions for us? Thank you.
Well, thanks, Paul.
Sure.
Yep.
And Will. Ralph.
Good evening, everyone. I'm ready for it.
Good evening, Will. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how your volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee? And I just want to say I absolutely love what you wrote in the narrative. So,
Yes, Bill Knight, actually sitting back here, I realized that August, at the end of August, it'll be 25 years that I've been on the Troutdale. Getting old. But yes, I've had previous experience. Shortly after I moved to town, I got involved with the CAC, took a short break, and then after the police station was converted to Multnomah County, that's when I decided to get back involved. That got me going again, and gosh, here we are, full circle again for that topic. I have primarily spent the majority of my time on CAC, Town Center, part of them is currently serving as the chair. Actually before that, I was on the original committee when we met down at Glenado, if you guys remember that, that time. Yes, I've had the opportunity to be on several ad hoc committees, including the one currently that I'm on, which is the Economic Opportunities Analysis, and that's been a very interesting process to be involved with that too.
Okay.
Okay,
sorry, we're We're supposed to be going this way. Never mind, you're out. Go ahead.
Okay. What would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to the committee? What would benefit this?
Thank you. I've always felt like that question is kind of the two questions, kind of the same question as
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, the question, yes.
Let's sort that out.
It's not a great.
I guess maybe using this as the opportunity to speak to my narrative, as Danny mentioned, I really would appreciate the opportunity to continue and be able to be a part of the process of getting it in and on the Confluence property over there. I feel that there's a lot of meetings and information and outreach we've done from the initial meetings, conceptual meetings we had in this room and all throughout that process. And I'd really love to be able to consistency and hearing from the original stakeholders and the original intention back then and how it's matured to the point we're at now.
I will. Have you attended any committee meetings or followed any of the recent agenda topics?
Yes, I have.
Thanks.
I'm sure you can commit to the meetings when they meet. Where is that?
Yes.
Would you be interested in serving on a different committee or getting involved in a special ad hoc committee that may be created during the year?
I think at this time, CAC and TCAB and would be planning on my schedule at this time. The future ad hoc committee that the city feels I'd be appropriate for, and go Beavs.
Well, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate all of you.
Well,
For service.
Jeremy Weintraub.
Well, how are you all?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, Jeremy. My name is Tiffany. I'm the chair for the Parks Advisory Committee. And it says read a little bit about it. Parks Advisory Committee meetings are typically the third Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. The Parks Advisory Committee is created and charged with evaluating and making recommendations to the city's elected and appointed officials on matters relating to recreational land and publicly owned land, including parks and open spaces and environmentally sensitive public and private land. The Parks Advisory Committee reviews and recommends expenditures and park funds for capital or construction projects. The Parks Advisory Committee shall also serve as the city's tree board for purposes of satisfying requirements as a Tree City USA and for carrying out all of the duties assigned to the tree board. The Parks Advisory Committee shall meet at times deemed necessary by the Parks Advisory Committee. So the third Wednesday of each month. This month, we're not having it. Our staff person has a meeting, so sometimes they get pushed, but mostly it's every third Wednesday. Back to my questions here. Tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this.
Absolutely. Jeremy Weintraub, nice to meet you all. Funny enough, today actually marks 1 year exactly since I moved out to Troutdale from Southeast Portland. For 7 years prior. I absolutely love it out here. Saw this as an opportunity to get a little bit more involved with the community and a little bit of background and volunteer experience volunteering for the Kentucky Zoo and the New Orleans, Louisiana Zoo, including a little bit of horticulture work with them, keeping some plants along pathways and exhibits. In addition, I'm an avid gardener in my own backyard. Consistently try at least to submit some vegetables to the state fair. So just all things growing and avid bird watcher. Really have found some of my favorite places to be out here are in both Sunrise Park and Glen Otto, so I figured that would be a good match.
So thank you. I don't know which way we're going.
Oh, I guess let's keep going this way then.
Okay.
Okay, what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to Parks Advisory committees that would be a benefit to the city?
Sure. I work for Peace Health up in Vancouver. They're manager for supply chain and supply chain contracting. So I have a little bit of experience in the area of contract negotiations and contract management. So I don't know if there's anything that might pop up related to that, relevant for any type of contracting that you may need through the Parks Committee, but are you able to help from that angle? And just, like I said before, from having a small amount of experience just in general gardening, I hope that can be of help.
Thank you. Have you attended any of the committee meetings or followed any of the recent agenda topics?
I have not attended any meetings, but I've looked back at some of the past agendas and meeting minutes that have there is the skate park idea that seems to be going around through that, so following that one a bit.
Okay, so the two committees that you have applied for meet on the third Wednesday and the third Thursday of each month. If you do that on both committees, would you be able to do both?
I think I prefer at this point just to be on a single committee for right now, but I'd be interested in perhaps expanding that in the future.
And you pretty much answered the next one, and you'd be interested in serving on other committees.
Sure.
Sounds like just one.
Do you have any questions of us?
No, I don't at this time. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for applying.
Appreciate it.
Okay, Tiffany Long.
I'm up, right, CNC?
Yes.
Yes, so I don't need to, you know about the committee, you've been on the committee, so tell us about yourself, including your work or volunteer experience serving on this committee.
I'm a mom of 3. I got involved in parks first, and just because I was walking around the city, walking my dog in the parks all the time, talking to the parks workers, so I started to dip my toe into the volunteering with the city committees with parks. And in doing so, I found that it was very interesting, and I really am passionate about letting our community know these meetings exist, they can come, they can hear their voice heard, and I know that CAC's goal is community engagement. And so the reason why I reapplied is because I really want people to know what's going on. It seems like they want to yell about it on Facebook and Nextdoor. They don't show up. And so I'm like, how can we let them know that these meetings exist and they're welcome and their voices, they have a way to share what they want to share, and are educated about what's happening within our city. And so I feel like CAC is a way for me to do that, to advise the citizens, to get the word out. And so that's what I'm interested in doing. That's why I want to do it. A little bit about me, because I'm in the city, I'm all around. I've been volunteering at all the events that we have that I can volunteer at. I've done pop-ups, I've done surveys. There was only 2 of us on CAC that did start to ask people about what questions down at First Friday, and I was one of those 2 people. So I really just want to talk to people and inform them and let them know what's going on. Let's ask.
It's these are canned questions. What would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to the committee, and how would the committee then benefit? What would that benefit? Committee that would be a benefit to the city. Sorry.
I'm on the computer a lot, and so I'm reading a lot of replies and a lot of people's comments and stuff. And I'm really passionate about letting them know what's going on, or trying to inform them and point them in a direction where they can find information to answer the questions they might have, or maybe they won't be so angry if they're a little bit more informed. And so one of the things that I have been doing, and I still don't have keys, but we have bulletin boards in our cities and in various places, and I do have a key for the one at Sunrise Park, and so I've been trying to put information every month in there about when the meetings are, and I have a little arrow that points to the meetings that are happening this week, and so that's something that I can do, that I have been doing, that I want to continue doing, and then also like, I'm pretty good at sharing the information the city puts out in all the various places that I can think to share it. Like if we have a survey that's going out that we want people to answer, I share it to every single page, every single group that I'm in on Facebook or that I'm in on Instagram. I'm trying to share the information everywhere that I possibly can. And that's a skill that I have that I know a lot of us, we're not really, our fingers aren't on the keyboards and in the internet all the time. And I'm a stay-at-home parent and I'm nosy and I'm on there a lot. So that's a benefit that you guys can get from me, is that I'm like, share. So.
Andy, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah. So you've obviously attended the meetings. Have you attended other meetings too?
I've attended quite a few city council meetings. I watch them after the fact. So yeah, I mean, I listened to last year's budget meetings. I haven't listened to this year's yet. I want to, they're long and I don't always have all the time, and I have 3 children that are needy and a dog. So yes, I attend some of the other meetings, but mostly it's been CAC, parks, and city council meetings. The rest of them I haven't really gotten invested in yet.
If you have trouble sleeping, a budget committee meeting might just.
It's a wonderful sleep aid, yes.
And then can you commit to attending night meetings?
Yep, I can.
And would you be interested in serving on other committees, ad hoc committees?
I think honestly, with the 3 kids that I have, 2 is my max for now.
2 kids are your max?
I have 3 kids. 5 if you include the husband. Like I only want to do 2, and I really want to encourage other community members to get involved. So I want to leave spots for other people to have a chance to serve as well. So my limit is probably always just going to be 2.
Well, fair enough. Do you have any questions for us?
I don't think so.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And amazingly, we're ahead of schedule, but I don't expect Frank Stevens.
It said that he withdrew his application.
Okay, all right. So, Annie, you're willing?
Willing?
Good evening, Mr. Stephenson, and thank you for applying to the Budget Committee again. I'll try to refrain from making any jokes there. Thank you for your service. I was going to jump right into the questions. Tell us about yourself, including how your work or volunteer experience will help you in serving on this committee.
Well, been on the budget committee for like 23 years. Prior to that, I was on CAC for another 3. And I've done a number of volunteer things, been on some different boards, things with the county and things with the city and things. But I was just going to say I started out kind of young when I was in Scouts here in the early 70s. Bob Sturgis was my Scoutmaster, and I lived next door to Sam Cox. And Glenn Otto's son was one of my best friends.
So just a little history.
I learned at that time the importance of giving back and the importance of volunteering and being committed to the city.
I'm not sure who's up next.
Well, it's almost embarrassing to ask you this next question because I know how much effort you put into everything you do. I appreciate that. But with that said, what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to our budget committee that would be a benefit to the city?
I believe that I try to come in to a meeting prepared as much as I possibly can. And it's interesting because you serve in these positions for terms, right? And people talk about terms, but when you get in and start doing the work, the term really doesn't matter. Because you start doing the work and the work becomes important. And then it's just you want to continue doing the work because you're passionate about the work that you're doing. And so it's not usually a thing for most of us where it's like, thank gosh, it's over in June. You know, you don't even really look at it that way. You're looking at like, what are we going to do next year to be better? How are we going to improve? What should we do differently? So I guess you guys could change all that. Yeah, no, okay.
Did a lot of name dropping there.
Me? Sorry.
I want to know, did you know Roy Meager?
Yes.
Why didn't you drop his name?
Because I tried to get a job with Roy when I was like 10, okay? And he didn't want to hire me because I was too young. But I did help out a little bit there. That's all I got.
Can you commit to attending?
Yes, okay.
Would you be interested in serving on a different committee? Getting involved in a special ad hoc committee that may be created during the year?
Presently, I'm on the Public Service Delivery Group Committee, and I'm on the Economic Analysis Committee with Will Knight. And so that keeps me fairly busy, but you know, if we've got like some bat inventory committee or something that we come up with, you know, I would always be interested in serving wherever the city feels I need it or can contribute.
Any questions?
What are you guys doing today?
Well, I was going to ask you that, but how are we doing? Are we?
Would you consider running for mayor some year? Done everything.
Don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer.
Just think about the names I mentioned.
Well, thank you, Tanny.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you for your service to the city.
You, and you. Gary, you're up. And I guess, yeah, you're up.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. Tell us about yourself, including how your work with volunteer experience, but all of you serving on Parks Advisory. And I think, are you applying for TCAP as well?
Actually, I'm not really applying for TCAP. Being on public safety, each year you get like elected back into the position or whatever. So it was really just like when I was saying stuff, I probably didn't read it well enough to realize I wasn't supposed to say something indicating that. But no, I like being on TCAP. I like that continuity to continue to be on it. I came late to the party, but you know, I've been enjoying that committee. So about me, let's see. I work with special needs children in a middle school, and I substitute taught for like 20 years before I ended up in special needs. And so when I think about that, and prior to that, I would like work as an office manager in a software company. And for a short time, I worked for Portland State in payroll and human resources, stuff like that. So let's see. If I was to say anything about what I do, I would say it gives me patience usually. I know Carol can relate to that. But yeah, so about me, what I can bring, I don't know, I feel like I volunteered, worked in church. I'm on some other stuff. I'm on PSAC, like we talked about, and I'm on TCAB right now too. And I have volunteered in other capacities, and I feel like I bring an energy and sometimes sort of a different look than how other people are seeing things. Maybe it doesn't always float everybody's boat, what I have to say, but I do like to say things. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my background.
Next, are we going across? Okay. Sherry, what would you, in terms of experience, training, and passion, bring to the committee that would be benefit to the city?
Well, I have been on the committee for the last 3 years, and so a little bit of knowing what's happened before and leading up to this, I feel like that knowledge helps. I also, do spend time in the parks in Troutdale, so I feel like that's a helpful thing, and sort of I like to drop down into Beaver Creek Canyon and check out, well, where that bridge is gonna go when it eventually gets there. I remember the old bridge vividly, crossing it many a time and that kind of stuff too. So, I don't know, I wanna see our parks be vibrant, but I also feel like I kind of bring a real conservative slant when I'm on that committee. So sort of that's my, why I want to be on it. I want to make sure that there's a voice being heard from a certain kind of demographic of people.
So have you attended any committee meetings? Are you following the topics and all of that?
Well, yes, I have.
So if I could ask a follow-up question, do you think that like working with special needs would benefit all of us that are on the committee?
Yeah. I do think so, honestly. I'll say it from the standpoint of you learn to appreciate that the way somebody sees something might not be so linear the way you see it, that they can be thinking about it in a different way, and it's good.
And can you commit to?
Well, I can, yes.
And would you be interested in serving on a different committee or getting involved in a special ad hoc committee that may be created during the year?
I'm going to say yes, as long as doesn't go too overboard on stuff. It's out of my wheelhouse. Maybe it wouldn't be the best thing for me, but otherwise, yeah, because probably I'm going to reveal my cards here. And I don't mean any offense to anybody, but I've lived in Troutdale for 33 years or 32 years, and I love the Troutdale I moved to. There's a little bit of stuff that happens in Troutdale now that I'm not always so happy about. And I worry that sometimes, and no offense to people that are moving into the area, but sometimes people bring in the ideas that didn't work elsewhere, and then it changes the whole feel of our beautiful small town, very, I don't know, outdoorsy vibe or something, and accepting and stuff to accept. So I don't know. That's why I say yes, I'd like to be, because I kind of like to keep some preservation of the Troutdale that we all know and love.
Well, great, thank you. Do you have any questions of us? You have a question? Go ahead.
Question for you. So, do you want to continue to serve on town center and parks, or are you saying you only want to do parks now?
The way I'm on town center is that public safety elects me in. So
And
I-
he's not up for public safety.
Yeah, and I'm not up, I mean, I'm still on public safety. But it will come, and I will hope that my committee will vote me back in to represent the committee on PCAB.
Okay.
But no.
Just wanted a clarification because you said something
Okay, yeah, sorry.
about parks.
I'm a Will fan.
All right, well, thanks.
Yep. She said I'm a Will fan.
I mean, this is a record time to complete the interviews and everybody. Started meeting just an hour ago, so if we can just continue, does anyone need a break? Just let's proceed.
Heading on.
Who nodded?
Yeah, can we take maybe 5 or 10?
All right, well, let's get back here at 7:35.
She's like, fine.
Sorry,
I know you when you.
anyway, we'll get going. We're just about done. I'm amazed. Boy, I did not know you could be on the CAC without being a citizen, just a business owner.
Historic preservation.
It was, one time, the planning commission allowed one member who wasn't a resident. But after that, the only other one I knew of was historic landmarks.
See, evidently Gresham allows planning because Frank is
Yeah,
on the Gresham Planning Commission.
yeah, like excitement.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a good thing.
Right.
So,
Well, why would you let out of people that aren't invested in your community to be on your planning commission?
yeah. All right, just to explain, we'll go through the committee vacancies, and I'll invite the chair or whoever is vice chair, whoever is the person designated to ask the questions for that committee, to have a recommendation for filling the openings. We will welcome those, and then basically the members of the city council will discuss it. And so, yes.
Okay, because I haven't done it before, am I only writing in something, or am I not writing in anything?
Well, these are just for our own personal,
Okay, so,
it's keeping track.
okay, perfect.
So, and you write whatever you want.
Okay, thank you.
And for the budget committee, there's 2.
Yep, that's me.
And
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
we
I
can
was gonna say, mine's pretty darn easy. There are 2 openings and 2 applicants, so. And I welcome them both back, and that they've both done a great job, so.
All right, thank you. So that would be Tanny Stephenson for position number 4, and Paul Wilcox for position number 5. Let's go on to historic landmarks.
Nobody applied.
Oh, that's right, we didn't have any applicants, did we?
Just trying to rub it in or what?
Well, and we, the chair they have.
Well, we'll work on that. Anybody want to serve on historic landmarks? See, that's the danger of sticking around here. We might strong arm you. Okay, let's go on to Parks Advisory.
3 people, 3 positions. Sherry was position 4, so I think we slot her right back into position 4.
Okay.
Number doesn't change. And then I love having new people. They sound like they're passionate about being outside. Lawrence and Jeremy for 5 and 6.
Okay. Equal length,
Can we back up one slide?
sure.
We have the HLC has an alternate, or something like that. Would we contact our alternate and see if we can slide her into?
I will put this on here.
Thank you.
Karen Baumgartner,
You
yeah.
want me to contact her to see if she wants a full-time or the actual seat? Okay.
And if she is, we'll
Yeah, okay.
on to PSAC, Public Safety and Equity Advisory Committee. Who's this? Sherry.
Three applicants.
Yes. I'm not going to know what to do about the whole thing here, but I'm going to say yes, Shelby, and can we slot her back in at position 4 as she is position 4?
Sure.
And looks like Victoria was position 5, so we can put her back in at 5.
Okay.
And then Lawrence, I'm not sure what's the appropriate thing, position 6 or position 1, what are we supposed to do?
One's 2-year, one's 3-year.
One is a shorter term, so since Lawrence expressed an interest, I mean, we might as well put him in as the position 6.
Okay, so position 6.
If that's agreeable, that's for till June 30th, 2029.
That's the public safety one.
Yes.
Public Safety and Equity Advisory Committee. There is a position available, since you're here, we'll ask, that's good till June 30th, 2028.
Okay, can I sit that for a night? Or do I-
No, we're doing it tonight. I mean, just pick,
Or you could get a shorter term.
Shorter term or longer
for-
term?
well, you could always resign when the time comes if you have to leave. But if you're unsure about committing to up to 2029, why don't, if it's all right, we'll put it in position 1. Is that
It's
okay?
all right with me, yes.
All right. We appreciate your willingness to serve, so.
So he's taking one.
So he'll take 1 and position 6 remains unfilled. All right, on to CAC, Citizens Advisory Committee.
I say Adrian Kester into position 2, which is what he was before, and Tiffany Long into position 5, she was before, same expiration. And then Lawrence Anderson into position 3. I handle that many committees all at once.
If I had to choose, it would probably be parks and citizens.
Okay, so take you off of public safety.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of waiting to see if I.
Oh, I see.
I responded to the candidate, I think there was a mix-up on my application, and I clarified those two.
Okay.
But I'm okay.
No, Parks and CAC, you ended up on us picking you for all 3, but we'll pick you for Parks Advisory Committee and the Citizens Advisory Committee, if that's agreeable.
CAC will put him in position, let's see, 3. Okay, thank you.
Okay. And nothing for Planning Commission. Okay. So, Town Center.
Town Center, we'll go with Will Knight for position 5. And then I was thinking for the alternate, Jeremy Weintraub.
Okay.
Do you want a second position?
I think I can commit to one at this time.
Okay.
And Sherry's not really, I mean,
Yeah.
she represents PSAC on the town center board, so we'll just not talk about that. And, okay. Then I think, all right, the council has a chance, I mean, is this okay with the council members here? We have a surprisingly poor turnout of councilors for this very important thing, but that's the way it goes. I think I'll invite you to just rattle off what you got. And let's just make sure we're all in agreement.
Budget Committee, position 4, County Staff and Service. Position 5, Paul Wilcox.
Hold it, budget committee. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm sorry, apologize, okay. Very good.
HLC, the Parks Advisory, position 4, Sherry Winters, position 5, Lawrence Anderson, position 6, Jeremy Weintraub. PSAC, position 4, Shelby Stephenson, position 5, Victoria Rizzo. Citizens Advisory Committee, position 2, Adrian Kessler, position 3, Lawrence Anderson, and position 5, Tiffany Long. Planning Commission, nothing. Town Center Advisory Board, position 5, Will Knight.
Kendra, can you repeat the Parks one?
The Parks.
Yeah.
Position 4, Sherry Winters. Position 5, Lawrence Anderson. And position 6, Jeremy Weintraub.
Everybody get all that? I'm shuffling papers, but I trust you got them right. If anyone,
Yeah, she did.
what, do you want to go ahead and repeat them? Repeat public safety.
PSAC. Did I miss that one?
Public safety.
Position 4, Shelby Stephenson. Position 5, Victoria Rizzo.
Very good. All right, well, that will be the recommendation taken to council. I can't remember, I think officially I appoint and the council approves, but it might not even be that, I think it is. But anyway, I will appoint as we just decided, and thank you all. And thanks to all of you volunteers and all of us, well, we're all volunteers. But anyway, thanks, and have a good evening.